Guess who's back? Finally, it's me, and I am back, and we are doing a video, and we're going to talk about an idol, a specific idol who has a very big insecurity issue. What's up, everyone? It's Carrie, aka Nerdygirlcreates. It's Manga Monday, and yes, I'm back after a very, very long absence. But we're here to talk manga, and we're going to talk specifically about idols. I'm a big fan of idols, J-pop, K-pop, heck, even some of the boy bands in the past. I'm very old, so you might not even know who New Kids on the Block are, but yep, that's how far back. And we're going to specifically talk about a manga series focusing on an idol who has a very unusual problem. Right, maybe not too unusual. And that is called Tamon's B-side. It is from Shoujo B, and it is from the creator of Hana and Takana, or Takana and Hana. And the creator is Yuki Shiwasu, and we are focusing on a teenage girl named Utage. She is very much into this big new J-pop group called Face. That's capital F / capital ACE. Don't ask, I don't make these names. This is typical idol stuff. And her favorite member of the group is Tamon. Now, Tamon is the very popular member of the group. Very good-looking, tall, sexy, seems very confident in himself. He gives me Jimin back in the Today era with the cotton candy pink hair and the very colorful costumes, almost kind of like a cross between bad boy and cutesy. Utage is about to find out not all is what it seems, and when she's not at school, she is working part-time as a housekeeper. Well, she gets a call from the agency she works for that one of the housekeepers had to go into emergency surgery, so they're going to need her to take over. Guess what? It's Tamon's house. And when she arrives, she finds this very depressed, morbid guy sitting in the corner of a dark room, just completely putting himself down and apologizing. Utage does not want to accept that this is the Tamon she has fallen in love with on stage, so she has now made it her mission to be his ultimate cheerleader. She will not let anybody tear Tamon down, including Tamon himself, so she is on this mission to help him build up his confidence and become the idol she knows. There's a problem with that, because Tamon isn't the guy on stage. He is the depressed little munchkin sitting in the corner wishing he was anything but an idol. And that's something Utage is going to have to learn to accept. Tamon develops this very unhealthy attachment to Utage, because he does find it easier to be this other persona when she is there. Unfortunately, that's going to have some consequences down the road, because being an idol, Tamon has to watch every little step he makes, otherwise somebody could take something out of context. They might think he's dating Utage, they might think he has been faking it all along, which he has, and his career can go up in smokes. So what did I think of the art in this? Well, I really like the art style. Like I said, there's a very specific design that they give to Tamon where he's on stage, he looks very handsome, his eyes gleam, he's smiling, he seems very confident, he seems like the stuff of teenage girl dreams. When he turns around and he's back home and he's not so confident, you get this character with these lifeless eyes and these dark circles that seem to go almost all the way down his face. His soul looks like it's left his body, the poor guy. The complete opposite of what everybody who's a fan is used to seeing, and they do a really good job of creating the two different images of him through the art. Utage, on the other hand, is this very, bubbly, average-looking Japanese girl. She's cute, she's not overly attractive. Her expressions when she first sees Tamon for who he really is, the look of shock on her face is really well done. It's like that typical manga anime, like, oh my god, what am I looking at? There's also the opposite expression of her being over the top with this, okay, you can do it, Tamon, we're here for you. Tamon is great. She's got the signs up and she's cheering him on from his apartment, trying to get him to go out and find that confidence and get on stage and be that person the fans love. Story-wise, and this is what I want to get into, I don't hate it. I don't hate the story, but I have concerns. As somebody, again, who follows idols, there is a very dark side to the life as an idol, and I'm wondering if they're going to cover it in here, because you are dealing with somebody who obviously has some type of emotional trauma. There's a reason why Tamon doesn't feel very confident, while he feels like a letdown, and why it's very hard for him to switch into this other persona and be on stage. Utage, even though she means well, I'm concerned with the fact she is pushing him to be the person he isn't. Because when you're an idol, you create this persona, and that persona is someone you're not. When you're an idol, your life is run and owned by the company you're contracted with. No matter what you do, the company has to decide what your next step is. If somebody takes something you've done on camera out of context and makes an assumption that's not true, but the company sees it as something that is bad, they will make an idol apologize, even if they did nothing wrong. What I'd like to see the journey in this is for Tamon to find out who he is. Not the person on stage, not the guy curled up in a corner doubting himself. I want to see him find who he really is and be okay with both the positives and negatives about that. You know, you're human, you're flawed, you're never going to be this perfect idol. I also want to see more with him and the group itself. Don't get to see him actually interacting with the group except for a few shots of him on stage with them performing. So, tell me, you read Tamon's B-side. Is there any other idol manga series that you've been enjoying you think I should check out? Also want to remind everybody, Tuesday nights is Otaku Tuesdays. The squad and I are getting together, and it's every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know we haven't been doing it every week recently because of what's going on in my own life, but things are calming down, so we should be getting back on schedule with that. Also, you've probably been seeing the link pop up down below about me having a store. Yes, I do. I have a store where I'm selling t-shirts, shopping bags, mugs, and of course right now with the cold weather coming, we have sweatshirts, so please check it out. Buy some of that nice merch. Also, want to remind everybody, we've hit 700 subscribers. I want to thank you so much. Let's get to 800. My goal would be to get to 1,000 by the end of the year, but that might be a little lofty right now. Go ahead, comment down below. Tell me your suggestions, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.